the most fun way to improve your sense of rhythm is not using the metronome, but it's actually playing along with your favorite songs, your favorite records. I will briefly talk about why it's so beneficial, and then I will give you several tips that can literally be the difference between if that is something that you're going to have a lot of fun with and keep doing that, or if it's something that you just try out for a bit and then drop it and feel like it's not for you. So let's do this. I think playing along with a solid, consistent sense of time is the biggest differentiator between the amateur sound that we all have when we start playing, where it's sometimes dragging, sometimes rushing, and it's not very consistent and not super pleasant to listen to as well, between the professional sound that you get once you start working on your sense of rhythm, which lets you play everything a lot more cleanly and steadily, and also lets you go out there and play with other people without feeling disconnected from the rhythm. Maybe you can relate to this feeling when you initially go out and for the first time you try playing around with other people. Very often you almost feel disconnected and like something is not working, something is not in sync. And this is exactly what happens when you're not really working on the sense of rhythm. Everyone is just in his own sense of time. So there is one sense of time which is factual, and we just need to stick to that constant pulse of the music. So how can we actually improve our sense of rhythm? Of course, the most elementary way is to start using a metronome at least every now and then. But something else that is really fun and is not a replacement for the metronome, but something that I think you can do on top of that, is indeed playing with your favorite songs off of YouTube, off of Spotify or whatever. I think the most awesome thing about it is that you literally get to sit in with a favorite band of yours and play with a world-class drummer, a world-class bass player, and the rhythm is pretty much going to be perfect, and then it's going to be up to you. Simply keep up with the band, and when you get used to strumming along and you can actually lock in with that band and stay for 4 minutes just in that zone where you are playing everything perfectly, this is exactly when you are going to start doing that regularly, let's say for example once a week or so. This is exactly when you will just be able to also play by yourself on the guitar and start noticing some serious improvements in how much better you can keep time, because now you're doing that regularly with professional bands that have that perfect time in their recordings. So how to get the most out of it? The first thing that I want to tell you is do not do that using your laptop speakers or your phone speakers, but actually do that through a speaker that allows you to really feel the music. Just if you have a nice Bluetooth speaker or whatever speaker it is that you're usually using to listen to music, do that with that. You also don't want to do that with headphones, because you really want to have both of your ears uncovered and really being immersed in the music and closing your eyes and even being able to imagine that you're up there on stage with that band playing the guitar. The next thing that I want to tell you, which really applies to everything that I think you're learning in music, is to only do that using songs that you really, really love. Because that's what gives you the motivation and really the fun, and be flooded with the fun when you're doing that. And that's what it's all about. While you're getting better, enjoy the process. And I think a great idea is to find a song that you love, which you are also enjoying playing along to, and then just, coming back to that song once a week or so, and you will be able to clearly feel the progress of how much better you can lock in and be in sync with this band. So that's something that you can do. And that leads me to the next thing, and this is pick songs that you can easily play along to, that you easily know the chords or remember the chords, or these are chords that you can just put in front of you and play easily, because we want to actually have all of our focus on keeping time and on strumming perfectly or arpeggiating perfectly, whatever kind of song that it is. At least when you start out and you want to really just have fun with it as fast as possible to make sure that this is going to be a habit that you build, keep it on the easy songs without many chords, etc. This leads me to the next thing, and again, unless it's a song that you remember 100% easily, so also make sure that you have the chords, for example from Ultimate Guitar, in front of you on a big screen, so you can easily just see that along while you're strumming, and then again, you can just focus on keeping time, because that's where you want your focus to be. In the description, I'm going to give you a list of songs which I think are excellent songs to begin with when you start doing that. Songs that are also popular and very likely that you will know them, but also songs that are fun strumming songs that you can just put them and jump in immediately and strum along and get your quick early wins fast. That also brings me to, if you want to dive much deeper into the topic of rhythm and how to play a lot more steadily, and also how to develop a sense of groove, this element in your music that lets you move your body and makes your listeners move your body. If you want to deep dive into these things, so I have a course for guitarists about how to develop a much stronger sense of rhythm and groove and to play everything more steadily and in a more groovy way. You're welcome to check that one out. And so you're welcome to check it out. That link is below. I'm going to take you step by step to massively improving your sense of rhythm. And thank you very much for watching. I hope it helps, and let us know which songs have you found really helpful and really enjoyable when you try to jam along and practice with this method.